hunting has got to be the most soul-draining activities out there. Very true. Every time you have to edit your resume for a new application, it feels like a piece of your soul breaks off in the process. Very true. And all that just to be ghosted by employers without as much as an email back? I know it's a competitive job market out there, but geez, 50 jobs I've applied to this month, and this one interview offer is all I've got to show for it. Girl. Seasons Inc. I carefully read over the invitation email, searching my notebook for the pages of notes I collected about the company when I applied. It's some environmental assessment firm called Seasons Inc. Seems like they mostly do government contracts. Their social media presence is so minimal, I can hardly find any employee reviews about the place. But they do have an office in one of the swanky downtown high rises, so they have to be legit, right? Maybe I should be worrier? Worrier? But it's so rare to get an interview offer these days. It's just an interview. I can judge them when I get there. Okay, and this says, we reviewed your application and we're excited to formally invite you to our interview for a position within our company. Please sign the attached NDA. The hiring contact, Breyer, wants me to sign the NDA before attending the interview, and that makes me uneasy. This is like some 50 Shades of Grey-ish. Like, an NDA? Oh, I can't, like... me, I'm like trying to like go and like read through the document. This is a video game marked C. But if they work for the government, maybe they need background checks and they have some kind of fancy interview process. I guess it could make sense. Interviewee agrees to remain confidential about interview contract. NDA and position at party B. If nullified, party A must comply to party B. Interviewee will fulfill all tasks assigned to them if position is accepted. Interviewee will abstain from working or selling information to party B. Competitor companies. Party A must maintain Party B's privacy. Interviewee will not speak about the position on any social media platform throughout the contract. Party B has the right to withdraw the breach. I sign my name. Type your first name in the line above. Oh, okay. I am Marcy. Then I attach the form to my reply and click send. Here goes nothing. 5 days later. Oh boy. She's so pretty. Today's the big day. I gaze at myself in the polished elevator doors as I ascend floor by after floor, hoping I don't look as nervous as I feel. In one hand, the winter coat I remove once I enter the building. In the other, the folder containing my resumes gripped securely as if my life depends on it. We're going in. I'm yelling timber. Okay, no, wrong thing. The elevator opens with a ding as I step out into what appears to be an office foyer with high ceilings, a reception desk directly ahead, and some visitor seating off to the side. It's empty. There's an eerie silence in the open space, aside from the steady ticking of the grandfather clock. I don't hear any sounds coming from the rest of the office. The interviewer, Breyer, said they would meet me at noon. There's still some time. Too antsy to sit down and wait, my attention is drawn to the ticking grandfather clock, and I quietly cross the floor to examine it. In this clean, modern office, this old clock looks strangely out of place. An antique? The CEO's personal family heirloom? I admire the ornate clock face, each quadrant, or I'm sorry, each quadrant adorned with one of the four seasons. Foreshadowing. A rotating disc extrudes from the centra with a tiny carved figures shaped evenly apart, four little princes, one for each season. I'm so engrossed in marveling at each one in turn, summer, fall, winter, that I don't notice the minute hand tick gradually towards the hour hand at 12. Spring comes to the forefront, and the clock chimes the hour. A sound so unbelievably loud, I step back instinctively, closing my eyes shut as I wince at the deafening chime. Talk about loud. Why would you ever keep such a ridiculously disruptive clock, especially some place people have to work? That's... Ooh. Open my eyes and the clock is no longer there. But this is like the nicest office. I want this office. I want to like take a nap on this Chase lounge right over here. Um, oh my god, I want to like walk over to these plants every day. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. In fact, the wall I had been facing is now a desk in front of a floor to ceiling windows, and the scenery outside is most certainly not my dreary winter city. I look around in a panic, but nothing is familiar about this place at all. It's an office, that's for sure, but it's not the Seasons Inc. office. I know for sure I didn't walk away, so where the hell am I? I turn to see a closed door, and as I walk towards it, voices grow louder from the other side. Oh, lovely. Now I'm gonna look like some kind of intruder, and I catch myself in a nearby mirror and freeze, dumbfounded at what I see. Oh, where are my clothes? What? Hello? For the first time, I notice my missing bag, coat, and folder. The door opens and I step aback to avoid being hit by it, coming face to face with the two handsome men who enter, freezing as they lock eyes with me. I look between them. One is dressed in whites and blues, his long white hair falling past his shoulders and fur hood. The other, stop, Marcy, is so cute, both of them. They're both so cute. The other has a completely different vibe. Sheer sleeveless top. Oh yeah, I do make out his chest. Oh boy. Beach stained white jeans and a shock of platinum blonde hair tinged with blue. I can't tell if one is overdressed for the temperature or if the other is underdressed. They look familiar somehow, but I can't quite place it. All I know is that the silence seems to stretch on uncomfortably long. The one in white looks past me to the empty office chair, an expression of confusion, annoyance appearing on his handsome face. That's you right there. And who might you be? Where's Briar? I don't know why I made that voice. Wait, I thought there was voice acting. Options. Preferences. It says voice volume. Let's see if. Okay, return. Wait, did he just say Briar? So, did I really just have some kind of sleep episode and sleepwalk into someone's office at Seasons Inc.? That doesn't explain my clothes, though. I supposed to have a job interview with him? Sorry, this is all confusing. I didn't come here in these clothes. Job interview? If this is some kind of prank, you better explain yourself quickly. Brian has been missing for days now. He needs to return at once. I don't know why they're British in my... I don't know. It just came out, everybody. Oh, they... No, I'm not going to make fun of myself. And since you're dressed in spring staff uniform, you must have some way of contacting him, correct? I have his email, like I said. These aren't my clothes. I'm not staff. An email? Are you human by chance? Voice? What is these voices I'm doing? Blondie steps closer to me, so close I can smell the faint scent of ocean salt and sun lotion on him. What kind of question is that? Of course I'm human. Are you making fun of me? The look that passes between them confuses me even more. It's one thing for him to go running around irresponsibly, but what the hell is he planning bringing a random human here? I don't know what this voice is. I keep apologizing, but it keeps coming out. It's clear that the one in the code is much more frustrated by the situation than the other one, who puts an appeasing smile and tries to calm him down. Yuto, relax. There's no need to yell at, this person. This person's name is Marcy, and select your pronouns. Okay. This person's name is Marcy, and she's standing right here. Oh, forgive me. I've been rude. Oh my god. I need to update my stream schedule. I need to stream at noon on Friday, not 2. Everybody remember that for later. The blondie grins sheepishly at me, scratching the back of his neck. He's cute. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Okay. I'm Soul, and this grump is Yuto. We're spirits who manage the seasons for Earth. And Yuto isn't always this grumpy. It's just that Briar, well, he's in charge of spring, and Yuto is in charge of winter. Winter is ending, and Briar isn't back yet to get some of the work off of Yuto's shoulders before the spring equinox. I mean, there's still plenty of time, but Yuto doesn't... These things can't be left till the last minute. The one called Yuto cut Soul's rambling short. And judging by the look of confusion, thank you for the follow, friend. Jesus. That idiot probably transported you here without explaining a thing, right? He eyes me coolly, and I can't help but feel like I'm being judged along with this Briar guy. Transported me where? The elemental realm. This isn't Earth. The serious expression doesn't leave his face. So this isn't a prank. At that moment, another figure pops his head into the doorway, startling me. What's all this fuss? Did you find Briar? Oh, here we go. 3 seasons, we all here. Okay. Woo, we're good. We're good. The handsome stranger is everyone a model here? Looks between Yuto and Soul. His gaze falls on me and his eyebrows rise in surprise. New staff. How unusual. No, Briar's still missing, and he transported her here from Earth. Do you know anything about this, Rai? Yuto turns to the man who steps inside. Oh gosh, do I look okay? Do I look okay? Okay. I have to make sure Rai is ready for May. um, who steps inside and approaches me for a bright, warming smile. I don't know a thing. He didn't leave a note. As silence falls upon the room before we all turn at once to look at the direction of the desk in front of the windows. Sure enough, there looks like to be an envelope there. I didn't see it when I first arrived here, but it's possible I just didn't notice it in all my panic. The one called Rai approaches the desk, picking up the envelope and opening it with a few graceful motions. He moves in an unbothered, comfortable way, taking his time to read the note. Yuto clears his throat impatiently. Well? Rai lips twist in an amused smirk before he begins to read aloud. Salutations, my dear colleagues. I won't be back just yet, but I know Yuto will throw a fit about that, so I hired Marcy here to do the boring, tedious stuff before the equinox. She's here for a week, so take care of her. Toodles. I'm gonna kill him. Rai smiles apologetically at me, ignoring his grumbling colleague. You must be Marcy. I'm sorry that Bryce swept you up into this. He has a habit of doing whatever he wants. A bit of a trickster, you might say. We can't send you back right away. I look to Sol and to Yuto. It would have been nice to have a new face around, even if it's just for a little while, but Rai is right. Sol gives me a disappointed smile, and Yuto simply nods. Okay. We're gonna do a quick save. Because this is our first decision. That. Okay. So, should we do like the quick one? Or should we do a cheeky... I don't know. No, I want to date. I want to date first. We're gonna date. I don't mind staying to help. If it's just a week, you guys need the help, right? Yuto's expression softens. I don't think he expected me to say that. That's very kind of you, but this is Briar's mess and we can't inconvenience you like that. I kind of feel bad for them. I wish they let me stay to help, but I don't want to push it. I'll send you back right away. Please accept our apologies for this mishap. Briar lifts his hand. It begins to shine brightly with a strange orange glow. Ooh! Swirls of yellow, orange, white sparkles dance in my vision, and a strange feeling comes over me. All of a sudden, it stops. I'm still here, and the three men in front of me look confused. Rai wrinkles his brow in confusion. Okay, yeah. Rai wrinkles his brow in confusion, concentrating harder as he begins the process again. Again, the glimmering display of lights and sparkles envelopes me. And again, nothing. I'm not sure what's happening, so you try. Sol nods, using both of his hands to summon an even stronger whirlwind of lights and sparkles, this time in yellow and blue tones. Oh, excuse me. This isn't the time to be curious about the magic powers they're exhibiting, but I can't help but wonder what else they're capable of. What does it even mean to be in charge of a season? I should have asked before they sent me back. I guess I'll never find out now. Spoken too soon. Sol's attempt fails in the same way as Rai's, and they both look expectantly at Yuto. Instead of trying for a third time, he takes the note out of Rai's hand with a renewed frustration, his eyes scanning the paper with suspicion until he finally finds what he's looking for on the back. Don't assume you can just send her back early. I made her agree to stay here for a week. 5 business days. When she signed her contract, she can't leave. I agreed to what? I frantically pull out my phone and open the copy of the agreement I saved from my email. Sure, maybe I shouldn't have just skimmed the NDA, but I thought it was the ordinary don't tell anyone about the interview or we'll sue you type of thing. Not that I was signing away my soul for a week. After a few minutes of painful silence, while I can scan every line of the 2-page contract, I finally find what I'm looking for in a tiny fine print at the end. Applicant agrees to 1 week paid employment stint, beginning on the agreed upon interview date and ending in 5 business days. Applicant may not terminate this employment period early for any reason. My jaw practically drops to the floor. To the windows, to the floor. We're fine. This is too far, even for him. It's one thing to bother us, but dragging an innocent civilian in this? Sorry about this, Marcy. It looks like you're stuck with us. We'll try to make your time here comfortable in the meantime. Rai gives me a deeply apologetic smile. Sol seems to be the only one who isn't bothered by these events. Thank you for clicking your daily moonlight. You'll have fun here with you'll have fun here with us. Don't worry about it. I don't want to be a bother to you. If it isn't too much trouble, I'd love to at least lend you a hand while I'm here. You'd maybe be doing some of the menial organization and inventory management tasks for Briar. Since you don't have any magical abilities, it's still up to him to do the bulk of the work when he gets back. You're welcome to shadow one of us 3 during the week. We'll direct you on what needs to get done. I'm resting from my duties during this time, but I'm more than happy to keep you company. It's currently winter in the northern hemisphere and summer in the southern hemisphere, so I'd say Yuto and Seoul are the busiest. If you pick me, I'll make sure you'll have fun all week. Unless you feel like joining Mr. Grumpy over there, maybe you'll warm his ice-cold heart. His cold heart. Yuto's cheeks redden at this, and he opens his mouth to chastise Seoul, but struggles for words. He clears his throat and regains his composure, instead turning to me. This is Briar's fault. So I don't want to burden you with expectations. Whatever you can help with would be appreciated. But I've been told by my companionship isn't the most exciting. Who will I choose? I didn't know I was gonna choose. Oh my gosh, who are we choosing first? Should I go with Winter, the grumpy man that I can warm his ice cold heart? Should I go with Fall or Autumn? And I can he's so chill. I can go with the breeze with him. Or should I go with Summer, who's just so fun and just energetic? Oh my gosh. Do I want a challenge? I don't know. Hi Mike, welcome in, friend. We have 3 seasons. We have 3 seasons, 3 options. I would say the person I'm least interested in is Summer. Oh man. But yeah, I think I'm least interested in Summer right now. I don't know. I think I'm never into boho guys. Yeah, man, it's so chill. That's the vibe he's giving me, and I'm not about it, which is very rude of me, yes, but it's very true. I'm into either winter or fall. Fall Actually, Fall is who I kind of want to choose, but then I kind of like the enemies to lovers vibe we're getting with Winter. We're getting an enemies to lover vibe, and I'm about to enemies to lovers him. So let's enemy to lovers today, and then we're going to Fall. Fall will be our next person. He really seems like he needs to help. If I'm stuck here, I might as well assist him. I don't mind helping Yuto. I might not be very useful without magic, but if there's anything I can do to help you out, I'm willing to do it. You're sure about this? He doesn't hide his surprise in his expression. If anything, he looks concerned and uncertain. I'm already embarrassed that you've been dragged into all this. I smiled at him assuringly. I'm a professional. I have my pride to keep up. Besides, I like helping people out. Yuto seems lost for words, so abruptly slaps him on the arm, earning a heated glare. Just accept the help already. Jeez, you get a cute assistant for a week? I'm jealous. Cute? I'm just a girl. You'll be in good hands, Marcy. If you feel like he's too much, you can always come to one of us. Yeah, get out of here. Sure, we'll leave you two alone. So winks at him, giving me a little wave as he ducks out of Yuto's hitting range, out of the room. Don't mind, Soul. He's too excited to have a new face around. We don't want to make you uncomfortable. Oh no. By all means, it's not uncomfortable at all to have 3 gorgeous men as co-workers for the week. I'm looking forward to it, actually. Still smiling, Rai raises an eyebrow at me and immediately panic, wondering if there's magic extends to mind reading too. Oh boy. Good luck. He disappears before I can ask him about the mind reading thing. What could I possibly need luck for? Yuto called out after him, but there's no response, and the door shuts abruptly, leaving us alone. Well, I look forward to working with you. So do you guys have any powers? Or do you have any powers? That'd be really cool. I look forward to working with you. Likewise. He ships awkwardly. You seem like a considerate person, so at least Briar did... Sorry, I forgot about his voice. You seem like a considerate person, so at least Briar did me a favor in selecting you. I think that's a compliment. I mean, I'm gonna take it as one. Thanks. Sounds like he makes your life unnecessarily difficult. He has a habit of doing this every year. I don't know if you had the chance to meet him. I haven't. I was supposed to meet him for an interview. I was applying for a job, you see. It didn't mention anything about this, but it was supposed to be an assistant position. I explained how I came to arrive here, from the job posting to the empty office lobby and the weird clock. We do have various means of traveling from the elemental realm to Earth, but I don't know about this season's ink company you're talking about. I suspect Bryce set it up as a front for his Earth shenanigans. He's always off doing who knows what. I'm really curious about what kind of person this mysterious Briar is. His office seems prim and proper, at least. That's enough about him anyway. I'm just making up the whole personality with this guy. Tip top. It's over. It's too late today to get you started on anything or to give you an orientation. I unfortunately have things to oversee. You're welcome to make yourself at home. Wait, in this office? And of course, he didn't think to arrange accommodations for you. He clicks his tongue, thinking as his eye scans the room. We don't really have a need for sleep since we're not human. The same is true for food, though it's something we can consume occasionally. Absol will bring you something to eat later. I didn't even think about meals. You'll have to sleep on the Chase lounge chair there. I hope it won't be too uncomfortable, sorry. There's a powder room in the hall for washing up. If you need anything, come to my office. You'll know the door when you see it. He pauses to consider anything else he missed. Oh. I hope this week will be comfortable for you at least. I can't promise it'll be much fun though, since you're stuck with me. Oh, I'm sure it will be, sunshine. He makes a self-deprecating joke, but it just makes me feel a little pity for him. Maybe a little love. You never know. You never know. You never know. Don't say that. I'm sure we get along great. You've already been very kind to me. What more could I ask for? Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna go with the second option. He gives me an awkward, appreciative smile. A brief silence descends on us, and he takes that as his cue to make his exit. I'll see you in the morning. I wish I had money to buy you. I'm sorry. My phone's going on. I'm like, I'm sorry, I want to buy you, but I can't buy you. Okay. He turns to the door, his coat flowing behind him as he leaves the room. I wonder if he wears it for the code or if it's just part of his identity as Winter or a spirit or whatever. I guess I can ask him about their roles tomorrow. The door closes and I'm alone again. Maybe I should have asked them what time it is right now. Sometimes same time as Earth? Or does it operate differently in this place? There doesn't seem to be a clock in this room after all. Clock. I think back to the deafening loud grandfather clock in the Seasons Inc. lobby and the way it chimed just as I was transported here. Was it related at all? I want to give this Briar guy a piece of my mind, but it was my fault for not reading the contract. Who would expect to be tricked like that? He got me good. I amble around the spacious office trying to get some hints about the kind of person he might be. From the way Yuto speaks about him, he sounds irresponsible. But this office is surprisingly tidy and kept well. Books in place, flowers and plants well watered, and it smells fresh and airy, like spring. A waterfall installation quietly bubbles in one corner near the Chase Yuto mentioned. It's a nice office. I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror again. The uniform is cute too. Oh, look at her little braids with the green at the bottom and the flowers. I love it so much. Maybe he may be a troublemaker, but at least he has taste. Well, that was clear when he picked me for the job, wasn't it? The way they spaced it out that hot made me feel like I should have laughed like that. Oh gosh. Damn, I'm making jokes to myself all alone. Embarrassing. It feels rude to poke around in the office drawers with no one around, so I busy myself perusing the strange books on the shelves for the rest of the afternoon. They're written in a language I don't recognize, but there are pictures at least. I was worried it would be hard to fall asleep in some random unknown office, but at some point in my readings, I managed to doze off on a Chase, book in hand. It's not even evening. I guess the journey to this realm exhausted me more than I thought. I wake up with a start the next morning, and it takes me a minute to recollect myself and put two and two together. Right, I'm not on Earth. Also, I'm also not dead. My eyes fall on a tray of fruit and a pitcher of juice sitting beside me. Condensation gathers on the side of the pitcher, and it's clear it's still cold and it must not have been sitting here long. Wait, the one named Soul was supposed to bring me food yesterday, and I totally fell asleep. I don't know what's more embarrassing, that I fell asleep that early, or that he probably saw me sleeping like a slob on this chase. Ugh. I leave the room and immediately spot the door to Winter's office across the grand, spotless foyer. I make my way to the door and knock hesitantly, feeling strangely self-conscious about how useless I am, with no way to tell time. I probably slept in way past our appointed meeting time. Come in. Ooh. Hello. It's so, like, it's very chic and very cool. Just like winter. It's just so cool in here. I enter and find Yuto standing at his desk, the surprise on his face dissipating as he realizes it's me. The cello is a vibe. The cello is, wait. Oh, I see it. I got iced coffee. I got a little treat. Did I deserve a little treat? Probably not. But I got a little treat. Okay, yeah, Yuto's surprised it's me. I think you deserve a little treat. Egg. Stop flirting with me. No. Thank you. I wonder who that might be. I'm sorry, that is not his voice. I wondered who that might be knocking so politely. The others just come in whenever they please. I don't even know why I even bother closing the door. He seems to be in a better mood than yesterday. Oh, look at his little smiling face. I'm like, I don't remember. Okay, you guys can see my cursor of me being like, oh. Sorry if I'm late. I think I may have overslept. My phone's clock isn't really behaving properly. I take the device out of my skirt pocket, tapping the screen. It's been stuck at the same time ever since I arrived here. Not that it matters, since without a charger, the battery will be dead soon anyway. And I don't think that these ethereal beings or whatever would have charging cables just lying around. Excuse me. Your Earth technology won't function here, I'm afraid. Time and space operate differently in the elemental realm. In fact, your contract says you're here for 5 days, but you'll find that time will move much more quickly here than you expected. We don't experience the day-night cycle here. Oh no! So sleeping in was even more of an inconvenience, wasn't it? No, of course not. You needed to rest. Traveling between realms is draining for humans. And personally, I would have suggested you sleep in later. You have no obligations to do these menial tasks for us. Not her fitting perfectly on Yuto? What? Oh, yeah, we're like perfect height. I guess we could like... Me and my boo. Me and my boo. Together. Me and Yuto. Don't worry too much about being an employee. You're a guest. Yuto. Still, I want to help. So if it's not too much trouble, let me know what I can do for you. His eyebrows raises as he slips into his thoughts for a moment. I return the questioning look and he smiles. Oh, look at his little ear cuff. Oh, that's really cute. Yuto. I was just wondering where Brian found someone so reliable, since he's anything but reliable. I'm from these streets, Yuto. I'm from these streets, Yuto. That's why I'm so reliable. I need to stop. What am I doing? Okay. Anyway, I appreciate your enthusiasm. Let me start by answering any of your questions about us. I'm sure you have many. Yes. What do you do as a winter spirit? To put it simply, I control the arrival of winter and make sure that the weather and climate are stable while it's winter. That includes anything from temperature, precipitation, minimizing disruptions of cycles of animal migration and hibernation. I'm delving too deeply into this. I apologize. I don't want to bore you. No, that's really interesting. I guess I just don't really understand how that makes sense with what I've been taught about the world. We learned about the weather cycles and the animals having I don't know this word. Google! Meaning I just don't know how to pronounce it.
Circadian.
Circadian. Circadian. Oh, it said I did a good job. Okay. Okay, we learned about the weather cycles and animals having circadian rhythms and such. There's a playful smile on his face as if he's talking to a naive child just learning about the world. Well, that's basically what I am to these spirits, huh? There are many things humans attribute to science because it gives them a framework they can wrap their heads around. It's okay if our rules and magic are too outlandish to make sense to you. Well, show me some magic then. I raise a doubtful eyebrow at him. Oh, the snow doesn't bother me anyway. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, no, this is not what it is. He waves a hand and a shower of snow falls from the ceiling as a chilling cold gust of wind sweeps the office, shocking me to my bone. Shiver me timbers, Yuto. It ends after just a few seconds, and I stand there dumbly, like I've just seen a ghost. My eyes open wide at his convincing demonstration. Satisfactory? Sorry, satisfactory. Yeah, okay. What kind of work will Al be doing? Mainly organizing some material from the inventory warehouse and setting aside the ones Brad needs when he returns. Some of our materials are mixed up at the moment, so you would be sorting those out as well. It's not a lot of work. If you have magic, shouldn't it be easy for you to do these tasks that Briar left behind? The way our systems are set up now makes it inconvenient to use magic for these tasks. They're small but require manual labor. Believe it or not, it's not just Earth jobs that have redundant menial tasks. Well, at least it gives me something to do while I'm here. If Rye isn't busy, couldn't he help you out? He usually does, but he's also doing his own preparations for the change of season, and it's unfair to lean on him to help at... It's also unfair to lean on him to help all the time. The time in between sea cycles is a necessary period for us to regenerate our magic and rest. I see. That makes sense. If Briar's so irresponsible, can't you complain to your boss to have him do his job properly? Yuto laughs. It's not that simple. And to be fair, he does his job I don't know why. I feel like today's a day I'm just not going to be able to say words.
Competently.
Competently. Back to the beginning. It's, to be fair, he does his job competently. Oh my gosh, that sounded crazy.
Competently.
Competently. That doesn't sound like a word. Huh. When he's around, the problem is his tendency to appear late or to disappear randomly. There's not much we can do about that. Besides, we're chosen for these prestigious positions, and I'd sooner resign than question the judgment of those in charge. Fair, I guess. Yuto does seem that upstanding type. Okay, yeah, that was all my questions. No more questions. He looks surprised at that. Strange, I expect you to have many more things to ask. Yeah, I have tons of questions about this world, but we be here all week talking about them. I do, but I don't want to take up all your time with questions, and I'm kind of eager to get to work. Yuto, oh, sorry. I appreciate your enthusiasm. His smile is so soft and sincere, I'm drawn into it for a moment. He really is beautiful. Handsome applies too, but it's simpler to say he's just pretty. Our eyes are locked for a moment too long, and he pulls his gaze away self-consciously. Stop it, Marcy. You can't just go oogling this man so shamelessly. Listen, other Marcy. It was not written in that contract that I can't oogle this man as much as I want to. So, I don't see the problem. You know what I'm saying? He's not even human. I mean, he's not interested in me. Can humans and spirits even be together? Now, that's a question I'm curious to have answered. If you like to get started, I can show you to the storage room. He interrupts my straying thoughts, and I scramble to remember what we were talking about. Oh, of course. Embarrassing. I'm a professional. I have to act like one. Yuto stands from his desk, and I follow him out of his office and down a long hallway towards the large door. He opens it to reveal rows upon rows of shelves in a vast room that feels like it stretches on forever into the distance. These canisters contain seasonal essences that we draw on for producing specific spells. We usually have staff here to manage the inventory, but we've been short-staffed recently, so sometimes we need to do this ourselves. Currently, the spring essences need to be organized. If you can do that, that would be a great help. I gingerly pick out one of the canisters and carefully examine it. It's labeled with an unfamiliar language, but there's a small symbol of a clover as well. All of the canisters have different symbols on them. Rain, clover, flowers, a rainbow, a fish. So I organize them by symbols? Exactly. Don't worry about deciphering the text. There are quite a few boxes here. So once you're done with these, you can call it a day and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Am I doing something? Oh no. Oh gosh. Here? I am doing stuff. Oh gosh, I'm doing stuff, guys. Okay. I did so well. Those 4 things really needed me. If this isn't so bad, and I've already made a lot of progress. I hear the door open behind me, and I see Yuto enter with a tray of food and drinks. I don't know how often humans need to eat, but I bought you something anyway. That's nice of you. I'm really starting to like him, guys. Like, I feel a connection with him. Me and Yuto. Okay. Oh, Soul? I just realized Soul means sun. That's why he's called Soul. Wait, what does Yuto mean? I know Yuki in Japanese is snow. Yuto meaning. Yuto is a masculine Japanese name that has multiple meanings. Okay. It can also refer to a former town in Japan and a city in Argentina. Huh. Yuto. Okay. It doesn't have a winter meaning. It can mean courageous, calm, male, rich, gentleness, or to help. It arises from the element yu, meaning excellence, superiority, gentleness, permanence, and to refer to a constellation known Big Dipper, person, soar, or fly. Huh. Yuta is a it's Yuto. Yuto. Okay. I'm like, I've been seeing Yuto, right? I move a nearby table over for him to set the tray on. Of course, if me. Of course, if it's the least we can offer you, and please don't hesitate to let me know if it isn't to your liking. Do you usually have guests? Almost never. Why? I'm just thinking about what a perfect host you are. He opens his mouth to reply, but he seemed at a loss for words. His gaze turned away from mine as he turns to his shelves, avoiding the conversation. I pour a glass of punch and watch him analyze my work so far. It ain't much, but it's honest work, or whatever the saying was. You did all this. He looks at the empty boxes propped up neatly against the wall. There's just a few full boxes left to go. When I applied for this job, I was expecting to be in an office sending emails and fixing printer jams, not putting away tiny mysterious jars of sun shower essence or whatever. But it's not a hard task. I can't complain. At least I'm getting paid for this. I look up to Yuto staring at me and realize I haven't answered his question. It's surprisingly relaxing once you get into the groove of it. It's a relief to hear it's not boring you to death. I don't have the heart to tell him that it's not that exciting. Truthfully, I would love his company, but the whole reason I'm here is to take some of the workload off so he can do whatever he's doing. I can't ask him for help. I'm fine. I'll leave you to it then. When you wrap up here, you'll be done for the day. Don't hesitate to let me know if you need anything. He smiles, and I feel a pang of regret for the missed opportunity. Too late. Now, I thank him and he leaves. Not much else to do than finish up this food and put the rest of the essence away. I do that and kill some time poking around the inventory room. There's not much to see. Lots of books, boxes, unknown trinkets. I don't want to touch, and those little essence jars for each season. It'd be creepy in here if it weren't so well lit. But nevertheless, I don't want to stick around in here too long. I'll at least let Yuto know that I'm done for today. Carrying the tray and empty glassware, I close the storage. That's so Jesus. Thank you for the follow, friend. The followers are anonymous, but the vibes are immaculate. I close the storage room door and make my way to his office, knocking on the propped open door. No need to knock, Mossy. That's a whole new accent. Mossy? You're welcome to come in unannounced. That makes me kind of happy. Even if it sounds dumb, I know I've only been here for a day, but he seems to be warming up to me compared to when we first met. I bought these back and I'm done organizing the essences. You can leave them on the table there, and that's great. Thank you again for your help. It's nice to be able to rely on someone. Everyone deserves a break, including you. Happy to help? Oh my gosh, what do I say? Okay. I'm gonna go a little flirty. Even if it's just small tasks and I'm only here for a few days, I'm happy to make things a little easier for you. Oh gosh, that is so smooth. So smooth. I'm in it. I appreciate that. You have a big heart. People often tell me mine is cold. He sounds like he's joking, and I'm sure he's smiling, but I don't think that's true at all. They must not know you at all. Yeah, I think I have to turn it off. I mean, of course we only just met, so I can't pretend I know everything about you. I just mean you've been so kind to me. I know what you mean. For what it's worth, I appreciate that you care about my well-being, even though we've just met. God, now this has turned into some kind of compliment-giving competition. But why am I stupidly happy about his words? His smile. Did I always fall for people this easily? I'll go now. I'm sure you're busy. I hesitantly excuse myself so I can go dwell on the terrifying flutter that's popping in my chest when he smiles at me. If it's a crush, I should ignore it, right? Is there a point in romantically pursuing a, for all I know, immortal ethereal spirit man who may not be interested in humans, let alone me? And how embarrassing would it be if he noticed my feelings for him before the week ends and we have to awkwardly work together until I can be sent back? Ugh, I'd rather die. But at the same time, life is too short to not enjoy crushes. So, live it up. Okay. When I arrive at Yuto's office the next morning, day, I have no concept of time. I find him looking over a holographic chart with Rai. I get to see Rai again. Hello, fall. I need to stop. Fall is my favorite. Fall's my favorite, probably. I mean, I haven't romanced him yet, but you guys, I feel a deep connection with him, unlike anything I've ever felt in my entire life. Right. He wakes me inside anyway, so I enter. While I wait for them to finish speaking, I might as well take the opportunity to examine Yuto's office in detail. I haven't had the chance until now, kept busy by the small tasks I've been doing. Now that there's much to see, that is, the minimalist open space is pristine and lightly furnished. he has one item in common with Briar, some grandiose bookcases, and that's where the similarities end. Instead of the plants and greeneries that there are a lot of elegant statement decor. In place of the bubbling waterfall, a quietly crackling fireplace. My eyes are drawn to one focal point in particular, though. I gaze up at the wall adorned with frame painted portraits, neatly lined up, immaculately maintained. Each portrait features a different person, most of them stoic faced and serious, some gentle and reserved. They have one thing in common, their winter themed regalia. Regalia! If I had to guess, they're probably Yuto's predecessors, the previous spirits in charge of winter. Oh. Oh. Me. Oh. If a familiar face stares at me from a portrait at the end of the row, all but confirming my suspicions. He looks frozen in time, a stoic, serious expression on his face. It's a beautiful painting. Handsome, isn't he? A voice speaks up from nearby, and I see Rai at my side. I hear a skeptical grunt in reply from Yuto. You only say that because you painted it. You're right. I should say handsome, isn't it? I look back at the painting, admiring the skill of each brushstroke. The choice of colors, the delicate expression. Rai painted this? Oh God. He's very handsome and the painting's lovely too. Oh gosh, Marcy. You're very skilled. I feel like that was too flirty. It's too flirty. Thank you. I enjoy painting portraits. Even if it's boring, only having 3 subjects to paint around here, I would love to paint you if there was time. Yes, paint me. At the rate she's completing work, I'm sure there'll be plenty of time to do so in the next few days. I try to read the deeper meaning behind Yuto's tone, detachment. He's unbothered by the idea I would rather spend time with others than him. He probably expects it even. Oh, I don't know. It might take more time to finish the rest of the task. Rai watches me curiously, and it only takes him a moment to grasp what I'm getting at. He's briefly surprised, then smiles at me almost appreciatively. I just remembered I'll probably be busier this week than I thought, so don't rush your work for my sake. Of course, I intend to take my time. Yuto. I mean, Rai. Right. Okay, well, we'll stop it. Yuto looks between us with a questioning gaze, like he's not quite sure what we're scheming. Rai gives him an innocent smile and slips towards the door. Enjoy your week. And then he's gone. Left alone, I'm sense a weight left off of Yuto's shoulder. Maybe it's the reassurance that I do want to be in his company. For today, can you find me some books from Briar's library? He hands me a data pad with a list of titles on it written in that mysterious language. It might take a while since I can't read these, but I'll figure it out. Even if you could read them, his self-organization has no rhyme or reason whatsoever. It wouldn't be any faster for me to find them, unfortunately. No rush. Yeesh. So Briar isn't as organized as I originally thought. Yeesh. I returned to his office to find the books in question. This task is far more time-consuming than the other one. Wait. find them all with the books cradled in my arms, I head back to Yuto's office. I hand the books over to him, and as he takes them from me, our hands briefly touch. The first thing that strikes me is how cold his skin is. Sorry. Oh, no worries. You look like you have something you want to ask. It's kind of rude. My cold hands. I can only nod, feeling the embarrassment swell up in me. It's not because I'm the winter spirit, if that's what you're wondering. Well, it might be. I just tend to have cold hands. He explains this with surprisingly little awkwardness or self-consciousness. I promise the rest of me is warm. What? Excuse me, sir? You promise the rest of you is warm? Whew. Okay. Yeah, I can handle that. I can handle the rest of you being warm. I think I can handle that, actually. Actually. Not that you wanted to know that. Oh. I didn't ask for the information, but I appreciate the information. I'll tell you what. Well, his cheeks are definitely warm, judging by that flush. You're refreshingly wholesome, Yuto. Oh gosh. No, I can't see. Maybe I did. That sounds so I don't know. I'm just gonna say he's wholesome. I unfortunately don't have the easy social skills of Soul or Rai. He gives me an unapologetic smile. You're fine just the way you are. He smiles, softens appreciatively, and his eyes flicker away. Tell me about yourself, Marcy. Not much to say. You already know I was looking for a job, not married, don't have kids. I like skating, knitting, and reading. That's about it. You sell yourself short. I'm sure there's more to you. I shrug. In the past few days, I come to enjoy being around Yuto, and it feels like the beginning of a great friendship. If only we had more... Thank you for the follow, friend. The follows are anonymous, but the vibes are immaculate. If only we had more time to hang out. But we don't, so I feel futile to open up too much. I'm conflicted. Sensing my hesitance to say more right now, Yuto looks at the stack of books again and remembers something. Sorry to ask, but would you also be able to grab one of the Tempest Essence from the storage room? It's a symbol that looks like a storm. It should be in the winter section. Yeah, of course. I jump on the opportunity to retreat from the previous conversation for a moment and head out of the office to the storage room. Winter section. Here it is. The items here are packed tightly together. I can kind of see the one Yuto was referring to, but the shelf it's a little out of my reach. I mean, I can get it if I stretch, probably. I'll look around for a step stool or a ladder or something but don't find anything. And the boxes I was unpacking are definitely not sturdy enough to stand on. I could go back and ask for help, but I've already been looking for a long time, and at least I can try to get it. I stretch my arm towards the jar, pushing myself up on the tips of my toes as I steady myself against one of the lower shelves with a free hand. The jar is a little further back than I anticipated, and I try to knock it closer against another container. Big mistake that was. I watch in what feels like slow motion as the jars around me wobble, and start to fall towards my face. My instinct is to stand back, but maybe I can catch some of them so I don't damage his minimal. I don't know what's in these, but maybe they're dangerous or valuable. Yuto's gonna be so disappointed in me. Funny that I'm about to potentially get hit with falling glass and I'm here thinking about him. A strong hand grasps my left shoulder, pulling me back abruptly as an arm reaches up and blocks the fallen jars from hitting me. Oh my gosh, this feels like a Korean drama. Oh my gosh. It just all of a sudden, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, he grabs you and he's blocking you. You can imagine it. I can't think of any Korean words to say. I can only think of Japanese stuff to say for some reason. They're redirected harmlessly to the floor at our feet, shattering into pieces. The sound of broken glass feels so far away, drowned out by my racing heart as I look up into concerned blue eyes, sorry. A face shrouded in desperate frustration. What are you doing? Sorry, what are you doing? Don't push yourself to the point of getting hurt. I hadn't realized just how much taller Yuto is than me. At least a foot and a half? He would be 7 feet tall. Like, he would literally just... Oh my gosh, that's so tall. Let me get shorter. Now I'm short. I'm not as short, I guess. So funny. Okay, we're back. We're not talking about height anymore. I hadn't realized how much taller. Oh my gosh. It makes me feel even smaller now. Are you okay? He makes the material around our feet vanish in a hurried wave of his hand, then gingerly lifts my chin to examine my face for injury. Oh my gosh. Like, he touched, oh gosh, that's so intimate. I wasn't hurt. Thanks for shielding me. When you took too long to come back, I was afraid this might have happened. I would have been beside myself if you were injured. He's so close, I can smell the scent of pine and pleasant cologne on him. In the process of moving me to block the falling jars, his left hand had shifted from my shoulder to the small of my back, and I'm keenly aware of it. Oh boy. I appreciate you protecting me. I should have been more careful. I gently move my face away from his hand. He steps back hurriedly, increasing the distance between us. I'm sorry. I was so worried. I didn't even think about invading your personal space. Are you sure you're okay? I nod, giving myself a once over just to be sure. Looks fine to me. Just then, the door slams open behind us and Soul bounds in. Hey, Yuto, I was looking for you. He freezes in place, his eyes darting between us, eyebrows raised in surprise. It's like watching the gears turning in his brain. So, what are you guys up to in here? Plotting something without me? What are you on about? I asked Mossy to grab me the Tempest essence and the jaws fell. I was helping her clean them up. That didn't seem to convince Soul in the slightest. Uh-huh. You sure it wasn't a secret rendezvous? Yuto sighs, rubbing his temple as to ward off an incoming headache. Don't bother Mossy with these Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me and these words today? Okay, we're going to Google again. Insinuations, right?
Insinuations.
Insinuations. Okay. There's nothing between us. There's nothing between us. Insinuations. Ouch. Well, if that's the case, you got a minute? I wanted to double check some details about the equinox with you. Yes, I'll be there in a moment. Soul leaves and Yuto turns to me. Don't worry about the Tempest essence or the ones that broke. I'm just glad you weren't hurt. I'll probably be busy with Soul for a while, so feel free to take a break. Excuse me. I can only nod, and he leaves without another word. He said not to worry about the broken essence, but I do feel bad for breaking them. I'd be going on this whole time about Yuto needing a break from work, not pushing himself to do everything himself, and here I am refusing to ask for help and causing trouble for no reason. I should do better. I didn't get the chance to see Yuto at all after he disappeared with Soul yesterday, and I ended up wowing away the time in Briar's office for the rest of the day. I still feel bad about breaking the essence jars, but it didn't seem like it bothered Yuto, so maybe I should just put it behind me and just do my best with the remaining time. I have expected to see Rai or Soul in Yuto's office when I arrived, but it's just him sitting at his desk, eyes glued to the screen of scrolling text in front of him. Come in, Mossy. He turns the screen off and props his elbow on his desk, chin resting on his hands. Feels oddly like I'm being called in to be fired. Maybe those essence shards were a problem after all? I can't thank you enough for your help over the last few days. I know it wasn't very interesting work, but I really didn't have the time or capacity to get it done myself. I take a seat in front of his desk, waiting for him to continue. I'm free for the rest of your time here, though, and there isn't anything left to assign you, so... Wait, that was all? He nods. I don't sense any lie in his expression. Like, I totally get it. I really dropped the ball yesterday with the jars. I'm really sorry about that. What do you... No, you think I'm not giving you anything else to do because of that? I mean, that's what it sounds like. He sighs deeply, one corner of his lips rising in resignation. I already told you not to worry about that. I've never met anyone as stubborn as I am. No, I promise I'm not cutting your work short. If I had anything else, I would be more than happy to entrust you with it. You're working hard. You're hardworking, efficient, and detail-oriented. Oh, well, I can't leave for 2 more days, though, and I wasn't really prepared to leave early, either, so this is kind of disappointing. I know you can't leave here for 2 more days. I don't know what that idiot was thinking stipulating that in your contract instead of letting you leave when the work was done. He knew that there couldn't be that much non-magic user could do. A brief silence passes between us, and I watch the conflict in his eyes as he musters the strength to say something. It's selfish of me, but I'm a little grateful for the extra free time. Yuto. I'm likely a terrible source of entertainment, but I wouldn't object to keeping you company until you leave. Of course, you don't have to. Even though he quickly backtracks, I can see the hopeful glint in his eyes. I definitely don't have anything else to do, and we were getting along pretty well this week. I don't see any reason to object. I would love that. Relief floods in his face, only to be followed by a concerned frown. That being said, there's not much to do around here. Do you play any winter sports? No, I never dabbled in any of those human activities. What? But then, what do you do during winter other than your job? He simply shrugs. I read, spend my time indoors. I don't dislike the cold. It's just that winter is a time for most animals to slow down. It's nature that benefits from the weather reset. I find it strange that some humans partake in outdoor activities for leisure. But there's a lot of fun things to do outside in the winter. Yeah, it's cold, but it's beautiful. And there's festivals, and that's it. He raises a confused eyebrow at me. In the past, I've been to a great winter festival called Carnival. It should be happening right now. You're able to go to Earth, right? You want me to go visit this winter festival? He looked skeptical. We can go together. I mean, if Briar's contract even allows me to visit Earth for a trip like that, and if you don't mind, that is. He thinks about it for a long moment, and I prepare to be disappointed by his answer. I'm willing to give it a try since you recommended it. Yes! I look forward to showing him everything he's been missing out on. Well, so long as we can actually go, I'm not sure if going back to Earth counts as breaking a contract. It should be daytime there if we leave now. Close your eyes. Think of the location. I'll send us there. I do as he says, picturing the canoe racing, the toboggan, blah, 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 blah. That's outside of my, I don't do winter. Tobogganing? How do you say that?
Tobogganing.
Tobogganing hill. What does it mean? I don't even know what it means. A flat bottom light sled. Oh, it's a sled. Made usually of thin boards curved up at one end with unusually low handrails at the side. Okay. I don't do winter, so yeah, I definitely would not know what that is. Yeah, this is an ad starting in about 30 seconds, friends. I do as he says, picturing the canoe. Chateau Frontenac, overlooking the winter festivities. I hear the sound of tinkling. I feel a current air, and this time it doesn't abruptly stop. A bright light burns behind my eyelids, and all at once I feel cold air hit me in the face. But my clothes, they're not the light, airy uniform from the elemental realm. I open my eyes and look down to see the outfit I wore to my interview, thankfully including the coat I brought. Unfortunately, I drove to the interview, so it's not my warmest winter coat, but I'll survive. Yuto isn't in front of me, and I panic a little until I feel a hand on my shoulder gently maneuvering me out of the way of the passing crowd. It worked, surprisingly. What a strange loophole. I guess if one of us is you, it counts as work? Wait a minute, did something weird happen? Back. He muttered something under his breath about not understanding Briar's idiocy. But I'm too ecstatic about us being here to pay much attention. I'm just happy it worked, and judging by the light, it looks like we arrived in the late morning, so we have plenty of time to spend here. And a quick check of my pockets revealed my wallet is thankfully with me. We're all set. What do you want to do first? Yuto looks pensively, and I watch his expressionless face as he mulls over his options. Whatever you like, but not that. He points to the canoe races on the icy river some distance away, and I laugh. We won't be doing that, I can assure you. Let's get some maple taffy and some hot chocolate. He looks like he wants to protest but checks himself. I know they don't need to eat, but he really needs to experience this. Lining up at the stand with excited families, I can take my eyes off Yuto as he watches the unique display. The shop staff demonstrates pouring the hot syrup in the snow, they pour it in the snow, letting it freeze, and then wrapping it carefully around the popsicle stick. Oh my gosh, that sounds really cool. He goes from skeptical to fascinated so easily, it's so amusing. We find our seats at a nearby picnic table to eat our taffy and decide our next activity, and I watch Yuto over the rim of my hot chocolate cup. What an interesting way to produce food. I never imagined humans use snow like that. His eyes scan the crowds moving from stall to stall. By the way, you paid for these, right? You don't need to. Yuto, let me treat you. Don't be silly. The three of you have fed me for an entire week. It's the least I can do. He reluctantly agrees, sensing that I won't accept an argument about it. If you insist, what do you want to do next? We have to go to...
Tobogganing.
Tobogganing on the hill. Tobogganing. Right?
Tobogganing.
Tobogganing. His eyebrows immediately rise. You don't mean those dangerous looking sleds. I grin at him and he responds with a miserable jaw clenching frown. Man, I didn't think he'd be so afraid of something like that. It's adorable. Please, it'll be fine, I promise. I pout at him for an extra persuasion factor and he continues to frown, but his expression softens. I don't wait for him to change his mind, immediately leaping up for the picnic the picnic table as soon as he grumbles his agreement. We throw our garbage out nearby and head to the toboggan, run up at the top of the hill, waiting in the long line of tourists, loudly chatting. The attendee asks us whether we like to go together or separately, and Yuto looks to me for an answer. Separate, it'll be exciting that way. Oh my gosh, I want to go together. I'm sorry, Yuto, you have to get the full thrilling experience of hurling down a hill on a sled with nothing and no one to hold on to for dear life. We pull our individual sleds up the hill and set up on the top, following the instructions from the ride attendant, legs straight, feet in the sled, grip the thin rope for security. This counts as security at all? More of a psychological comfort than a safety feature. I look over to Yuto and note his clenched jaw. He's definitely afraid, but trying really hard not to show it. It's adorable. Marcy? Are you sure about this? I hear the attendant ask if everyone's ready. It'll be fun! Just hold on tight. I don't get a chance to hear his response because the lever is pulled to release the toboggans and we immediately begin to slide forward. Whee! The other slitters scream and shout and joy as they careen alongside us. And after a moment, I look over to see even Yuto is smiling wide, enjoying the ride. The rest of our trip down the hill is exhilarating, speedy journey around turns and past watching crowds. Cold wind bites at my face and my eyes feel like they might start watering, but it's worth it. When we get to the bottom and untangle ourselves from the toboggans, I'm ready to apologize for subjecting him to that, but he begins talking first. Marcy, that was incredible, insanely stupid, but strangely exciting. Hey, I'm willing to go again if you like it that much. I think I'll pass. Once is plenty. Oh well. I didn't want to make the long trek up the hill again anyway. You're not cold, are you? I noticed other humans are wearing heavier clothing than you are. We begin to walk back towards the main festival, and I look around the others dressed in thick winter coats. What? Is this Turk? Are we in Canada? Is this the Toques? Oh, pronunciation. Is that Toques thing?
Toques.
Toques. We're in Canada. That is a hat. Oh, no. It's a hat. I'm not saying toques, even though I did. Toques. Starbs and mints. Like mittens. Yeah, comparatively in my light coat, it's a little cold. The warm drink and being on the move did help, but eventually it'll be too cold. Maybe I should buy some mittens and a hat. I'm okay for now. I still have a jacket, and we've been pretty active, so I'm keeping warm. Are you sure? I'll give you my coat. He raises a concerned eyebrow at me, and I know he doesn't fully believe me. It would be weird to wear 2 coats and walk alongside him with none. He claims the coat doesn't bother him anyway because he's Elsa, but imagine how strangers will look at us. It's not like they know he's the winter spirit. The cold never bothered me anyway. Okay, we're done. I promise I'll tell you if I get too cold. Thank you for worrying about me, though. It's really a shame that Yuto talked himself into thinking he's not as interesting or sociable as the others. He's considerate and even willing to put aside his skepticism and fears to try these activities with me. I wish he could see himself through my eyes. Let's go skating next. Are you trying to humiliate me today or something? Did I do something wrong? Ah, so he's not good at skating either. This should be fun. Have I led you astray so far? He opens his mouth to respond, and I cut him off. Don't answer that. Just trust me. We find the rink and rent 2 pairs of skates, sitting at a bench nearby to lace them up. The rink is already pretty busy with kids, elderly folks, youth, knocking a hockey puck around, and couples skating arm in arm. It's been a while since I've skated. I'm gonna say I'm pretty good at this. I'd say I'm a strong skater though. I confidently lead Yuto onto the ice despite his obvious anxiety about falling. Skating has always been one of my favorite winter activities, and I really want Yuto to experience how fun it is. But now the sky is starting to change colors, and it seems the sun will be setting soon. The fairy lights at the rink light up, and the DJ changes his set list from party tracks to slower jams. This might be fun if I wasn't wobbling like a newborn deer. It's fun for me watching you fail around. He rolls his eyes, but I can see the hint of a smile tug at his lips. So you did bring me here to embarrass me. I'm about to reply when I notice a teenager skating furiously in our direction from behind, distractingly chasing a puck, because we're in Canada. Okay, hockey can happen in the United States of America, but they said the T word. They said took. So I'm very skeptical. Okay, I'm just skeptical. I'm skeptical of this Canada stuff. He treads ice for a few uncertain moments, his eyes wide as he attempts to regain his grip. Although I'm shorter than him, I try violently to steady him with my own weight. And eventually he regains his balance and I can let go. Relief washes over my face. You know, this might come back to bite me if you fall and drag me down with you. Excellent idea. I'll keep that in mind when I fall. In a move I can only describe as jaw-dropping, he casually skates a few meters away, performing an expert turn and returns. To add further flair Similar to his display, he skates backwards and he spins around me and comes to a abrupt stop, snow falling off his skate blades. I thought you didn't know how to skate! He grins nonchalantly, slipping his hands into his pants pockets to show off. It's like he's not standing on ice at all. I didn't, but what kind of ethereal being would we be if we couldn't absorb information at lightning speed? I'm grumpy about it. I can only sigh, of course. We'll skate a little longer, but I'd rather go somewhere with less commotion. There should be a fireworks show starting once the sun sets if you want to find a place to watch that. That sounds nice. I can't remember the last time I got to experience one of those. We skate until the sun sets, avoiding the rowdy hockey teens and any more falls. Oh, the first fireworks begin to light up the sky, and we make our way off the rink, returning our skates before we head off to find a decent viewing area for the show. The lamps in the park cast a warm golden hue on the fresh snow, and we find an empty park bench on an overlook. There's no one around, though a few strangers walk their dogs along the path a distance away. Well, as a thank you, today I've learned an appeal of experiencing your strange human customs, as ridiculous as that might seem at first. I smile at him, and the sound of fireworks resounds in the distance, their faint, bright colors lighting up his face, the elaborate shapes of red and green flowers reflecting in his blue eyes. Mossy, I know it's been such a short time, just a drop in a bucket in the time I've lived, and probably no time at all for you either. But I really value your time here. It may sound premature, but I've come to consider you a friend. Maybe it's the relief of being appreciated for who I am, even if I don't always value myself. Whatever it is, I found myself waiting for you to pop into my office, growing comfortable in your presence. I hope I'm not presumptuous in assuming you felt the same. You're not presumptuous at all. I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel the same. I had a really great time today. I never thought I'd find a friend in the spirit of winter himself. He smiles, stares into the distance at the grumbling fireworks for a moment. If you ever feel the need if you ever feel like coming to visit us, I'm more than happy to make it happen. I'm sure Rai, Sol, or Bri will easily become your friends as well. Wait, that's possible? Here I was feeling disappointed about the approaching end of the week. It fills me with relief and warmth to be invited back. Don't feel pressured to. I know we're a handful. I'd love to come hang out with you guys sometime, and there's a lot of things to do on Earth if you want to experience them with me. Just try to pick some tame activities too. I can't make any promises. Sure. Something tells me he doesn't believe me. I think it's about time we head back. I'm sure Sol and Rai have noticed we've been gone for a while now. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole day has passed there. Oh, right, we have been gone the whole day. Ready to go back? I nod and he waves his hand, summoning the teleportation magic to whisk us back to the elemental realm. I thought I'd see something interesting in the process if I kept my eyes open, but everything fades to black after the sparkles. Disappointing, but oh well. The black fades away and we're standing in Yuto's office, where Rai and Sol are already seated, chit-chatting amongst themselves. Upon our arrival, their expressions changed to what I can only describe as obnoxious. Is Is Briar back? Yuto ignores them, returning to his composed, serious self without missing a beat. He sent a message saying he'd be back soon, so we can send Marcy back. Are you ready to go? Am I ready? Yes. Am I willing? Not yet. As much as I enjoy Rai and Soul's company, I'll miss Yuto's the most. The reassurance that I can visit them anytime is nice, though. I plaster a confident smile on my face so I don't worry them. I'm ready. I enjoyed my time with you three. It's been a pleasure spending the week with you. It was nice to meet you too, Marcy. Even if Yuto monopolized your time. Too bad you weren't staying longer. I wanted to hang out with you too. Stop whining. You'll get to see her again. With that, he moves off the desk he's been leaning against and comes closer to me, holding his hand out to reveal something in his palm. It's an elegant watch with a delicate snowflake etched into its face. The surface under the glass looks like it's about almost glowing, with a radiant blue light. Whenever you want to come back, just hold this in your hands and think of this place. You'll be transported here. Is that really okay? If those idiots don't have a problem with it, they can complain to me. In the background, I can see Soul and Rai grinning in amusement. Wow, you must have gotten really close to Yuto, giving you free reign to come back whenever you want. That's great. We'll get to hang out. Yuto turns to them with a sigh, an unamused frown forming on his lips. Would you two make yourselves useful and send her back to Earth? She needs rest when she's sent back. The two of them look at each other and Rai nods, stepping forward and smiling at me. Ready to go? I nod, unable to say much else. I didn't bring any possessions here, so there's nothing I have to go get. There's just the precious watch in my hand, and I put it on my wrist so I don't lose it in the journey. Rai begins to summon his magic, and I smile at Yuto through the growing sparkles and streaks of orange and yellow that surround me. A second later, I'm back in Seasons Inc. lobby, the weight of my winter coat in one hand, the folder of my resume in the other, the clock standing before me just as it was when I left. The first thing I do is check my wrist for the watch, and it's still there. What a relief. It's the only indication I have that any of this last week was real. The elevator dings behind me, and I remember where I am, a panic frantically scanning the office lobby. There's still not a soul in sight. The elevator doors open, my jaw practically drops. In a shock of green and pink hair didn't give it away. His grin certainly does. It's Briar. Marcy, there you are. I don't know what voice I want to do. Okay. I think I'm still team fall. Like, fall is still probably my favorite right now. But okay. Briar? The one and only. He takes a dramatic bow, smiling smugly at me. I can't thank you enough for helping me out this week. It sounds like you were the perfect candidate, just like I expected. Mark, I can't say I'm surprised. I already deduced that the whole job application and interview was a farce to find someone to fill the spring role. So that was the whole job? There's no real assistant job, is there? You're right. I can help you find a job though. Actually, I'm going to have to. Yuto will give me an earful otherwise. His eyes focus keenly on the watch on my wrist. Are you mad? How can I be? I had fun. I met Yuto, Soul, and Rai. I got to experience a fantastical world filled with all kinds of things I have so many questions about, and I get to go back. Not at all. I'm glad to hear you're a good sport about it. I really did pick the right person. All right. Don't go that far. The fine print was still a jerk move, okay? You can head home now. I'm sure you'll be exhausted from your time in the elemental realm. I'll be seeing you around. There are a lot of things I want to ask him, but they can wait. For now, I really am tired. But the happiest tired I've been in a long, long time. Finn, the end! Yay! Thank you for playing. Okay, let me go to the website. I want to know, because I think they said there's 2 endings for each guy. And wait, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Look at me and Yuto look so good together. We look so good together. I'll move it down for the other. But me and Yuto, look at us together, just being a couple. No big deal, just loving each other, you know? I look forward to working with you. Likewise. Okay, flirt all the way. Oh, what did I say first of all? Back. Don't say that. I'm sure we'll get along well. Okay. I smile at him and a new emotion flashes through his eyes. Relief, hope, I don't want to presume. I'm sure that others have goaded him into thinking he's a stick in the mud. Yuto. Heck, maybe he is. Maybe you are Yuto, but I know you're not. But he seems sweet enough, and I'm curious what he's like without the front he's putting up. A brief silence descends upon us, and he takes his cue to make that his exit. I'll see you in the morning. Oh gosh. He turns to the door, his coat flowing behind him as he leaves the room. I wonder, okay, yeah, we did this part. So I'll ask these questions again just to be polite, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, boop, boop, what, boop, and boop. Everyone deserves a grade, including you. Even if it's the small task, I'm only here for days. I'm happy to make your life a little easier. I appreciate that. What voice did I have for him earlier? Because I seriously don't remember. I appreciate that. You have a big heart. Why can't I remember what I did for like 2.5 hours? Oh, gosh. I don't remember what voice I had for him. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, everyone. I really don't remember what voice I had for him. People often tell me that I'm code. He sounds like he's joking, and I'm sure he's smiling, but I don't think that's true at all. They must not know you. I mean, of course, we only just met, so I can't pretend I know everything about you. I mean, you've just been so kind to me. I know what you mean. For what it's worth, I appreciate that you care about my well-being, even though we've just met. God, this competition is too... Okay, we did this before. We did a competition of complimenting each other. I'm sure you're busy. Okay. If it's a crush, I should just ignore it, right? I'm goody. Oh, that's good, Brandon. I'm so glad you're doing well. Okay, now we skip again. He's very handsome, and the painting's lovely too. I desperately want to see Yuto's expression, but it would be too direct to look at him after seeing something so embarrassing. By the way, if you're just coming in, this is our second run on our Yuto love. A Yuto love. That sounds insane. Yuto love. I was looking for something. Sorry, my brain just like went away. Okay. I desperately want to see Yuto's expression, but it would be too embarrassing to look at him after saying something so embarrassing. Rai has no qualms about doing that, and his grin widened. He has a wide grin upon seeing Yuto's face, tells me my compliment hit the mark. He leans over and whispers to me, I can sense you'll be a great source of entertainment for me this week, Marcy. I don't think Yuto heard from where he's seated at his desk, but he speaks up. My brain really just restarted and was like, you just won't get to know anything that you said before. I know I did a British accent, kind of. I'm sure. I'm sure it's fun and games for you, Soul, but we're trying to do some work here. I literally cannot remember the previous accent I did, and it is driving me up the wall. I understand you want me to get out of your hair. Leave you two alone, of course. Rai latches on Yuto's words, winking at me as he makes a show of heading to the door. What? I didn't say. Okay, that sounds more like it. Okay, but Rai is already gone. Left alone, I sense a weight lift off of Yuto's shoulder. Maybe it's the reassurance that I do want to be in his company. For today, can you find me these books in Briar's library? Okay. All right, let's skip this. We did it. Okay, maybe I did. Oh no. My turn to blurt out something embarrassing. Wait a minute, what did I say before? Well, his cheeks are definitely warm, judging by that flush. Oh, this was the, I promise the rest of me is warm. Okay. We were talking about his cold hands, and then we were like, I bet the rest of you is warm. Coffee. The art is so good in this game. It's very good. Not that you wanted to know that. Well, his cheeks are definitely warm, judging by that flush. Maybe I did. Oh no, my turn to blurt out something embarrassing. His eyes widen and he stares at me, understandably at a loss for words. I'm never sure how to react to your compliments and interests. I said it without thinking. Sorry if it made you uncomfortable. No, I've never been uncomfortable with you. The opposite, actually. Wait, does that mean what I think it means? As I attempt to unravel his words, his eyes flicker away. Not you, like, sipping the tea, like, yes. Tell me about yourself, Marcy. Okay, we told him about ourselves before. We could have been friends or something. Wait a minute, I must have mixed something. You sell yourself short. I'm sure there's more to you. I shrug. It feels futile to open up too much since we don't have much time left together. We could have been friends, maybe even more than that. It's only a few days, but I've come to realize I have a growing crush on Yuto. If there was more time, I'm just staring at my own hand. My hand distracted me in the other screen. I could think about pursuing that, but there isn't, so I'm conflicted. Should I still go for it? Bonnie, my love, hi. Sensing my hesitation to say more right now, Yuto looks at the stacks of books again and remembers something. Sorry to ask you, but would you be able to grab one of the Tempest essence from the storage room? Okay, we did this before. My heart races at the contact and intensity in his blue eyes. I see my own anticipation reflected there. Oh boy, wait a minute. In the process of moving me to block the fallen jars, his left hand shifts from my shoulder to the small of my back, and I'm keenly aware of it there. Okay. My heart races at the contact and the intensity in his blue eyes. I see my own anticipation reflected there. Leaning into his touch, stay still. I'm leaning in. I place my hand over his, leaning into his cold palm, letting my warmth sink into his skin. He flinches ever so slightly at the motion, and I wonder if he'll pull away. He doesn't! Instead, he leans closer and whispers so I can barely hear, more to himself than me. I don't know what to do with you. I think you do. I think you do. I smile at him, my heart racing as I watch his lips part, the distance between us closing. Mossy. I close my eyes as I raise my face to meet him. And the door slams behind us. Hey, Yuto, you there? Immediately we separate, but it's hasty enough that anyone sharp eye would know we were just about to kiss. We were just about to kiss. The thought sends belated embarrassment coursing through my brain, and I try to hold on to my composure as best as I can in Soul's presence. He freezes in place, eyes darting between us, brow furrowed in confusion. It's like watching the gears turning in his brain. Just when I think maybe he didn't notice, a devilish grin appears on his face. What's this, huh? Having a private moment in a storage room? Spicy. Shut up, Soul. Shut up, Soul. I was just helping Marcy get the Tempest essence from the higher shelf. That didn't seem to convince Soul in the slightest. I mean, obviously not. Uh-huh, whatever you say. Is there something you need, or did you just come to be a nuisance? I wanted to double check some details about the equinox with you, but I'm sure you and Marcy are busy. I can't decide if Yuto is going to pop a vein from irritation, embarrassment, or both. It's cute either way, and I have to look away to hide that smile breaking out on my face. Sorry to ruin your moment, Marcy. You can have Yuto back when we're done. Soul ducks out of Yuto's way and out of the room. Yuto turns to me on his way to leave, clearing his throat. Don't worry about the Tempest essence or the ones that broke. I'm just glad you weren't hurt. Listen, I start in about a minute. I'll stop reading during that time. I'll probably be busy with Soul for a while, so feel free to take a break. And about that, I put a hand to stop him. I hope you're not about to apologize for it. Just nothing to apologize for. His expression quickly shifts from surprise to a sheepish smile. I wasn't. I only sorry we were interrupted. Oh. He leaves to find Soul, and thankfully there's no one to witness how flustered that last statement left me. That's all it takes. Wow, Marcy. He has some moves. These 2D men, they got moves, okay? He said not to worry about the broken essence, but I do feel bad about breaking them. Okay. And here I am refusing to ask for help. Yes. I should do better. Yeah, I should. Kind of awkward place to leave things between us. was deciding whether to shoot my shot or not. He beat me to it, I guess. I can thank myself for being so clumsy that I put myself in that situation. But how am I supposed to face him now? Okay. Come in, Marcy. Okay. He turns the screen off. Okay. I can't thank you enough for your help. Okay. It's selfish of me to say, but I'm a little grateful for the extra free time. Like I said, I'm probably not very interested in company, but I love to spend these last 2 days with you. Breath hitch in my throat, my heart skipping a beat, like some kind of cliche. I'm never looking for men. I mean, that's fair. I'm always looking for 2D men. Like, on the side. 2D men is the only 2 men I'm really looking for. If you're 3D or 4D or 1D, I'm not interested. Fictional men. Like, I have a husband, but what's that got to do with me? Oh boy, oh boy. I got a husband, but what's that got to do with me? Please. That is... I'm gonna go back to Yuto. I feel my breath hitch in my throat, my heart skipping a beat like some sort of cliche. Of course you don't have to. Even though he quickly backtracks, I can see the hopeful glint in his eyes, and it fills my stomach with butterflies. This is weird. It's so weird to develop a crush on someone so quickly, but why not? I would love that. Relief floods his face, only to be followed by a concerned frown. That being said, there isn't much to do around here. I'm sure we'll think of something. His eyebrows shot up. His eyebrows shot up immediately, and I realized how my words must have been misconstrued. I didn't mean it like that. I need to establish this immediately. Do you want to play any winter sports? He chuckles awkwardly, avoiding my gaze. That's what you mean. No, I've never dabbled in any of these human activities. Okay, we can skip that. Together? We're doing the slide together. Winter sports. Together. I swear he almost sighs in relief. I kind of wish he got to experience the full thrill of going down solo, but I don't mind getting closer to him this way. I sit down on the sled first, gripping the thin rope for security, well, this is a psychological comfort, safety. Yuto sits behind me, hesitant to move close. The attendant directs him to move up, which clearly baffles him, but upon looking at the others doing the same, he gives in. Marcy, are you sure about this? I feel his warm breath on my ear, and the memory of that almost kiss flashes through my mind, distracting me. The attendant asks if everyone's ready. Are you scared? Just hold on to me. I don't get a chance to hear his response because the lever is pulled to release the toboggans, and we immediately begin to slide forward. I can tell he wasn't ready. His arms, which had only very loosely embraced my waist until now, tightened their grip, and I feel his body freeze up behind me. The other slutters scream and shout with joy. Yuto relaxes. Okay. The rest of the trip down the hill was exhilarating, high-speed journey past watching the crowds. I think I like winter sports. I think I never want to do winter sports in my life. But if because he is the embodiment of winter and we're doing a sport, I think I like that winter sport. The end. Oh gosh. Cold wind bites at my face, and my eyes feel like they might start watering, but it's worth it. When we get to the bottom and untangle ourselves from the toboggan and each other, I'm ready to apologize for subjecting him to that, but then I turn to see him grinning ecstatically. What a relief. Marcy, that was incredible, insanely stupid, but strangely exciting. Hey, I'm willing to go again if you like it that much. Maybe you like the extreme thrill of going down alone. I wouldn't rule out a second go, but I feel more secure with my arms around you. I wait for a realization to hit him, but he doesn't take his words back. He just savors my stunned silence. I meant what I said. Yuto! You smooth bastard! By the way, you're not cold, are you? I noticed the other humans are wearing heavier clothing than you. We begin to walk towards the main festival, and I look around at the other people dressed in thick winter coats. Toiks. Oh my god. Canada.
Toques.
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 Toques. Which is a hat, okay? It's a hat. Sorry to subject you guys to these Canadian words. No, I'm kidding. Go Canada. Please take me with you, actually. We begin to walk towards the main festival. Yes, I look people dressed in the thick winter coats, toques, and scarves and mitts. Yeah, comparatively, my light coat, yeah, I should probably buy some winter. Okay. All right. Actually, let's skip. I'll give you my jacket. Okay, he doesn't believe me. We did this part already. Time to make a move? One of my hands is already in a coat pocket. So the free one, I take his hand, intertwine our fingers, and put them both in my other pocket. Now I'll be warmer? What? Marcy, my hands are colder than yours. You're the one warming me. Sure, he grumbles, but I know by his flushed expression that the jester touched him. There have been couples walking by us all day hand in hand, and now we look no different from them. Oh, wait a minute. I caress his hand with my thumb, smiling up at him. Let's go skating together. Are you trying to humiliate me today or something? Did I do something wrong? He's not a good skater. Okay, we can skip this part. I think I'm great at it. I'm not that great. I think this doesn't matter. Skip. Maybe I picked skating to show off my skills. Maybe I picked it to hold Yuto's hands. Who can really say? Who can really say, Marcy? But now the sky is starting to change colors. We did this. I can see how this would be romantic if I wasn't wobbling like a newborn deer. It's still romantic. You're adorable like this. He rolls his eyes, but I see a hint of a smile tug at his lips. So you did bring me here to embarrass me. I'm about to reply when I notice a teenager skating furiously in our directions. From behind, distracting, chasing a puck. Because we're in Canada. Before I can warn you, the teenager accidentally knocks him in the shoulder and the momentum pushes him into me. He treads ice for a few uncertain moments, his eyes wide as he attempts to regain his grip. Although I'm shorter than him, I try violently to steady him with my own weight. We eventually da-da-da-da. I start to let go, but he wraps his arms around me, giving me a playful smile. So this is the reason you brought me here, so you could have just told me. Where does this bold confidence come from, Yuto? We can't skate like this, you know? And you'll definitely fall and take me with you. In response, he lets me go in a move I can only describe as jaw-dropping. Casually skates a few meters away, performing an expert turn and returns. To add further flair to his display, he skates backwards as he spins around me, comes to an abrupt stop, snow flying off his skate blades. I thought you didn't know how to skate. He grins, taking me in his arms again. I didn't. But what kind of ethereal being would I be if we couldn't absorb information at lightning speed? I sigh, of course. Your body temperature is dropping. He takes off his coat and slips it onto my shoulder before I can protest. Yuto! Keep it. At least until we're finished. We'll skate a little longer, but I'd rather go somewhere private. Oh, okay then. Okay. This should be a fireworks show starting once the sun sets. If you want to go someplace to watch that sounds nice. He had a totally different accent in the first run. I'm sorry, guys. We skate until the sun sets hand in hand. His coat is almost unbearably warm. I wonder if he was telling the truth when he said he doesn't mind the cold. Because he's also Elsa. He wouldn't mind. He wouldn't wear this all the time if that was the case. Don't mind me, just blushing over fictional characters. Same. The first fireworks begin to light up the sky, and we make our way off the rink, returning our skates before we head off to find a decent viewing area for the show. Oh. Well, I think neither of us really care too much about the best view. It's enough to just be in each other's company like this. The lamps in the park cast a warm golden hue on the fresh snow, and we find an empty bench on an overlook. There's no one else around, though a few strangers walk their dogs along the path a distance away. I take off the coat he lent me and place it back over his shoulder, slipping under his arm even as he opens his mouth to protest the more. The move. I'll be fine. Warm me up if you're going to complain. Please explain what you mean by that. He ankles his head to one side, giving me a questioning smirk. I don't answer. Instead, I take his hand, the one resting on my shoulder, into my hands. You're freezing. I told you it doesn't bother me, but today I learned the appeal of having someone to hold and share warmth with. It was nice. I smile at him, and the sound of fireworks resounds in the distance, their faint, bright colors lighting up his face, the elaborate shapes of red and green flowers reflecting in his blue eyes. Marcy, I know it's been such a short time, just a drop in a bucket in the time I've lived, and probably no time at all for you either. He raises his free hands, cupping my cheek. I flinch against the cold despite myself. He hesitates. And yet, I have these feelings I don't know what to do with. I think it would be pathetic to fall for someone because they're kind to me. Or because they're hardworking. But it's a relief of being desired for who I am, even if I don't always value myself. Yuto, whatever it is, I appreciate that in you, I find myself waiting for you to pop into my office, growing flustered at your compliments, growing comfortable in your presence. I hope I'm not presumptuous in assuming you feel the same about me. That's a lot of words to say you like me, Yuto. You're not presumptuous. I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel the same. But even as I felt my crush on you growing, I kept telling myself I shouldn't have these feelings. I didn't know if you liked me. I didn't know how the whole human spirit thing would even go. And hell, I'm only here for a week and I didn't know if I'd ever see you again. He laughs and I'm confused. Is that all? I can bring you to the elemental realm just as easy as Briar did. If you want to, I'll make it happen. Wait, what? It's that easy? I stared at him stunned. Oh, did you change your mind? You mean I was worrying over nothing? I should have made a move way earlier. I was half joking, but his sly smirk tells me I slipped up here. and what would you have done? Because I recall I initiated the first time. Does that really count as initiating if you didn't do anything? Well, Soul isn't here to interrupt us this time. He's smiling as he leans in, his hands lifting my chin, thumb running over my bottom lip. May I? I nod with a smile and his lips capture mine in a kiss so gentle and tender that it immediately eases all the tension in my body. My thumb caresses my cheek. His thumb caresses my cheek, and I forget the cold as his warm breath tickles my skin. Everything fades away, the fireworks, the park, the festival sounds. Eventually he pulls away, planting a quick kiss on my cheek before he leans back to take in my flustered expression. I'm kind of mad that he looks this unbothered. Honestly, what happened to the blushing, awkward, insecure Yuto? Why is this bold, teasing Yuto equally as charming? I think it's time to head back. I'm sure Sol and Rai have noticed we've been gone for a whole time. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole day has passed there. Marcy, did I steal your voice or something? Give me a minute to recover. All right. Although I have to warn you, if you were planning to keep this, he gestures to the two of us. A secret from those two, unfortunately, they'll know as soon as they look at me. He gives me a sheepishly apologetic smile and my heart swells. He's so unbearably cute. Oh, Yuto. Let them find out if they want. Let them find out if they find out. I don't care about hiding it. I'm sure you'll realize anyway when I come to visit, unless you always come to Earth. Wherever you want, I'm not against trying more of your bizarre Earth customs. Just try to pick some tame ones. I can't make any promises. I can and I won't. Ready to go back? I nod and he raises his hand, summoning the teleportation magic to whisk us away to the elemental realm. Oh, we had a smooch. We be smooching. Okay. Yep, boop, boop. Is Briar back? Yuto ignores them, returning to his composed, serious self without missing a beat. He sent a message back, so we can send you back, Marcy. Are you ready? Okay, we've done this. Can't believe we can't skip this part again. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss something? With that, Yuto moves off the table he's been leaning against and comes closer, blocking the view of us as he takes my hand. Oh? Yuto, you sly fox. Ignore them, he presses something into my palm. I still get the winter watch. Okay, we still get the winter watch. Whenever you want to come back here, hold this. Whenever you want to come back, hold this and think of me. You'll be transported here. Is that really okay? Don't change your mind on me now. He raises his hand to cup my cheeks, his smile soft and tender as his eyes regard my lips. For a second, I wondered if he'll really be so bold as to kiss me in front of these two, but he pulls away and I'm left with the absence of his touch. I'd always thought his hands were cold. This lingering heat on my skin is new. I suppose I have to thank that idiot for sending you here. In the background, I see Sol and Rai grinning in amusement. I feel like we shouldn't be here. Yuto turns to them with a sigh, an unamused frown forming on his lips. Would the two of you make yourself useful and send her back to Earth? She needs to rest when she's sent back. I like this game a lot. Ready to go? I nod, unable to say much else. I didn't bring any possessions here, so there's nothing I have to get. So there's nothing I have to go get. There's just my precious watch in my hand, and I slip into my wrist so I don't lose it in the journey. Okay. Seconds later, I'm back. Okay. We're not gonna go past this. There you are. This is spring. This is Briar. I can't believe I can't just go through this one. Do I just quick save or something? Oh, I did already. Okay, that was the end. We did 2 endings, and I like those endings. I like those endings a lot.